So we are in Alsace with Rouge Citron, which just basically means red leader in French, from Les Vins de Pirouette. And I know that I put them in a lot, but that's because if you haven't had a lot of Vin de Pirouette before, it is basically like a collective of winemakers from across Alsace under the tutelage of Christian Binner, who is like one of the most renowned winemakers of Alsace. So you'll actually see who each of them is by. So like this one's by David. And then like we were friends with one of the people that are in it, Raphael. He and like all of these people normally own their own projects, but then they'll do a fun label for Pirouette. So it's just easier to get the Pirouette's ones than bringing in completely new labels all the time for an importer like Jenny. So yeah, they're just like delicious, fun versions, like a little bit experimental of what Alsace can taste like. So this one's a liter. We have a lot of liters this month because we also had a 500 milliliter one, and why not? So it's 100% Pinot Noir, 2019, or 2019. So has a couple years on it. And it's supposed to basically just be like a fun-ish, fresh-ish, but like still ageable expression of Pinot. I love Pinot from Alsace, so I was super hyped up on this one. So you can actually tell that it has a couple years on it from the color. It's reds get lighter as they get older and whites get darker as they get older. Fun fact. And then they also have more rim variation, and you can see the rim variation on this one, and you can see that it is getting lighter. Also, it's Pinot, so it's generally light anyways, but like this is very light. So yeah, let's give it a go. On the top. So the lighter notes are like rose or like, I don't know, more pungent flowers. I guess like rose, peonies, something like that. A little bit of like vanilla. It does feel old worldy in that it has like forest lore and mushrooms, things like that, or like traditional Burgundian things, and we're not that far from Burgundy here in Espino. And I would say that you do get that like not like forest lore, but I guess kind of like wet leaves, which is almost the same thing. It certainly does feel mushroomy. But then there's also like bright red fruits like cherries. Although it's funny because like as wines get older, you do get less of the fruit and more of the other things typically. So like the cherries are certainly there. They're a little bit further back. Also raspberries, maybe like a little bit cranberries, redder than I would have expected. So let's try it. Yeah, tasty, bright acid, more medium bodied than I was expecting. The way that it looked and seemed, it seemed like it was gonna be like even lighter than that, but like it's still light, but it's not like crazy light. So I like that because I think that it will make it like Pinot is just delicious by itself and easy to just pop this open with some friends and drink it. But would be really good with lighter foods, interesting foods like burrata, pizza. You can definitely do this with like your drunk foods. It's that salad like medium bodied, but not super tannic. A little bit like on the glue side, but with just a little more body that's good for food. I like the idea of it with like that heftier salads if you're gonna throw like tuna on your salad with like strawberries and I don't know. Or a beet salad could be really good with it. I've been eating a lot of beet salads lately and I like the idea of that. And then like duck is a really like a big basic pairing for it, but again, like duck could be good here. So very versatile. You're not gonna go wrong unless you really go way too light or way too heavy. So hope you enjoy.